All right, this is Grandfather. I know it's been a while, but I'm still around and I know you are too. Now, I've decided to do this one early video before we get involved in many more towards the end of the year. There are things going on in the world that I know are very upsetting to many of you. And I think it's safe to say that you're living in tumultuous times, aren't you? Nevertheless, those of you who've been following these videos from the beginning, and perhaps even reading the blogs or the books, you've had a lot of training, and by now, you might be feeling a bit empowered, and I certainly hope you are. So I'm also hoping, and believing, in the case of many of you, that you are doing something aside from your normal activities to help things be calmer and help people realize how much more they have in common than are their differences. I want you to know that you are surrounded these days by angelics and spirits and even former loved ones in spirit form, and many of you have felt that. Sometimes it's felt so close to you that you feel like they may have even touched you in some way. And generally speaking, for most of you, that's almost always someone that you've loved or that has loved you, but perhaps went out of your life when you were very young. Still, they would not be allowed to make contact in some very gentle way, usually in a dream or vision, unless they had absolutely pure love for you. I'm bringing this to your attention now because these are also transitional times, and that's why it's so tumultuous. It's as if the souls of all beings want to get something out of their system. They want to be sure that they're on the right path, and that's why sometimes people seem to do things that are way out of character. But you'll also notice that things settle down after they do this way out of character thing. So, if you feel like you're going to do something way out of character that may be too tumultuous for you, in other words, it could have long-lasting after effects that might be harmful, then I want you to apply things that people give for stress, meaning take a deep breath and slowly let it out, things like that. You can look that up for yourself, or perhaps on the blog there'll be a link. Now, I want you also to know that these times are so delicate, and it is in the nature of such delicacy that you may be called upon, even if you have never heard of spirituality like this before these days. But because of what's going on, you may be able to do something simple. And you know what I'm going to say now. I want to give you something simple that you might be able to do. First off, I'd like you to say the preamble, which is so important. And that is to say, I am asking that all the most benevolent energies that are available for me be all around me and all about me now. Then pause for a moment. Many of you will feel the energy come up, and if you felt the energy come up even before you say the preamble, for those of you who've been doing the work for a while, you certainly do not have to say the preamble. If you feel energy come up, it will be a good feeling, something gentle. Some of you might feel warmth in your chest or some other part of your body, which will be a sign that there is love present for you to continue what I'm suggesting. Just sit with the warmth for a moment, but then I recommend you say this. I am asking that all the most benevolent energies be available for me now to guide me on my path and to help others to be guided on their path with the most benevolent energies available to them. Now, that may seem simple, but it is very important. It is like having a stream available for you, or a footpath that rises out of the morass of your life around you. And it will feel good, but keep in mind, it will not affect your thoughts so much as your physical feelings. So there may be times over the next month or two where you'll feel drawn to move in a certain way. You might have feelings that come up, as I say, to step into a world that is too tumultuous for you or anyone else. But if you suddenly get a feeling to go this way instead of that way, to go up instead of down, pause for a moment and feel into your body as you turn this way or that way. What do I get the best feeling for? Not the most excitement. What do I get that warmth for? What is there love for? What is there calm or safety for? And pause as long as you need to, and then go that direction, whether it is in thought or deed or action. You will get through these times, almost all of you. A few of you may not, but most of you know who you are, and most of you are getting on in years who may not get through these times. But a last message specifically for those of you who may not get through these times, and that is this. If you pass over, you will find yourself at first with loved ones, angels and guides. You will be welcomed by deity, and then most of you will find yourself in a special place where you will be contributing your natural spirit energy and be contributed to comfort you for your life. You will be surrounded by loved ones that you have known, and some that you have forgotten momentarily from previous lives. Know that you will feel wonderful for a while in this place, and then your guide will come along and you'll feel a tapping on your shoulder or a gentle touch to your arm, and you will move with your guide to the place one normally goes as a soul. So just to let you know, if you happen to be in that stage where you might pass over, you will still have an opportunity to contribute to the love and the light that is needed for these times, wherever it is needed. So, for those of you also who are thinking about speeding up that time of passing over, please resist that. It is very possible that you will be needed to do something benevolent on earth, and so your time will come when it does. I do not often speak of death to you, but death is also life. It is the passage of your soul from your physical body. It does not go nowhere. Life does not just stop for you when you leave your body as a soul. It is a complete ongoing of your natural, centered, benevolent soul. It is your personality, your immortal personality, by which you know others, by which others know you. And you will live on in ways that you recognize yourself, and others will recognize you too. Be of good cheer. You will live on, all of you. If not here on earth, you will live on and be with loved ones. Good life.